Hello everyone, Jonas here with another shoutcast for you. Today I actually have Mana vs Dark Force in game number 2 out of this best of 3. Will it go on to a third game or will it not? We'll have to find out here in just a second. It is going to be on the map Terminus, and it says GSL map here. So we are definitely going to look forward to hopefully a good game. Mana last game definitely, falling a little bit behind there. He was going to go with a fast 5-6. I think he had 6 gateways up and pushed out very early across the map on Zelnaga. But we had Dark Forces playing wonderful there, macroing up, getting a nice little worker count advantage there, getting lots of minerals in, and was able to produce lots of roaches, and getting that wonderful burrow ability up, so he was able to surround the stalkers of Mana and basically just destroying them there, and doing a great job at it. So Mana definitely needs to do something different this game. Looks like he's going to throw a forward pylon down quite early here, so possibly going for an early expand this game to show him how to play a macro game this time instead of doing some sort of all-in attack, which he did last game. He's going to be scouting the wrong direction though at this point in the map, in the game here. So Mana's going to be able to find Dark Force a little late there, and we are going to see Dark Force throwing down his extractor, probably fall to the spawning pole like last game with somewhat about a 4-minute expansion with what he did last game. So I'm assuming he's going to do the same thing this game. Dark Force is going to go and scout around the map and find out where exactly Mana is located at. And we are going to see actually Mana come in here and scout this right at this point, so he's going to be able to see exactly what Dark Force is doing, while Mana is going to be going the right direction here, so he's going to be able to scout this pretty early and see what exactly is going on. Possibly, no! Oh man, he stopped right at the last second there, and he's going to scout the top direction instead. So not going to be able to find Mana right away, and not going to be able to see this early expansion that is being produced here from Mana. So definitely kind of a bad situation that Mana just had, or what Dark Force just had done to him there. Dark Force could have did some early aggression, possibly get some Zerglings out, and really hurt Mana, but didn't scout it quite that early, which kind of sucks for Dark Force. Mana throwing down a gateway here, going to start working on getting a choke built here at this his expansion, so that way he can safely expand here and start saturating his expansion. We are going to see metabolic boost being researched for Dark Force, so those Zerglings are going to be very fast. It'll be nice little speedlings here very shortly. Zerglings coming out here to deal with any probe or pylon that could be down here, and he does not scout the probe quite yet, and he is going to be expanding off of this here very shortly. He is going to be well aware of this expansion. His drone finally got into the base here, sees that fast expand build being produced, and throws in that hatchery as fast as he can. And the probe is going to spot this. These Zerglings need to do some damage to this probe, but they're not. They're going to let him go right in the base, possibly even scout as much as he can here. Hides his probe here as well, so might be able to get some late scouting information as well. These Zerglings did not see that at all. But we are going to see both players trying to macro up as best as they can, and he needs to do that. He does throw down that third expansion there, or that second expansion there. He definitely needs to, since he is going to be pretty far behind once this expansion gets saturated, and it already is. Look at the worker count, 22 to 17. Mana boosting ahead there with the worker count. Dark Force has the Overlord inside Mana's base, so he is able to scout around and see exactly what's going on. And we are going to see the army start to slowly being produced here from Mana. Mana has one zealot on being produced here, and he is just working away on those probes, doing a great job. While on the other side of the map, we have Dark Force with no troops at all, but he's just producing a lot of Zerglings now, trying to catch back up. 23 to 26 is the worker count now, and this expansion will start to be saturated here. Queen is being produced as well. I'm sure we'll see a third queen sometime down the road as well for this third expansion. Be interesting to see what exactly happens. I mean, I think right now Mana definitely has the advantage here, having that expansion up so early on, and he's even getting 2 of his simulators being built on his expansion, so definitely going to be able to really tech up really fast and strong here. Probably getting some Colossus on the field, even work on that one attack already early on in the game, which is always a bonus to do. The only advantage that honestly Dark Force has is he's going to be able to just macro up on 3 bases here, so he's going to be able to produce a lot of drones, and it's already taking effect here. 32 to 34 is the worker count now. Dark Force already caught back up with Mana, in the actual economy there. Army count definitely going to be being produced here. 1 to 6 or 1 to 8 is the actual army count in favor of Mana here, just because he is producing troops. And we are going to see both players just basically intensively macroing up, trying to get their drone count really high and get their tech buildings up and going. We are going to see 2 more gateways being finally produced for Mana. So 3 gateways, probably a robotics facility. I'm assuming it's going to be happening here very shortly. Worker count 48 to 38 now. 10 workers ahead is going to be Darkforce, working on his upgrades now, getting the burrow, working on the Roach Warren as well. So he is definitely going with a Roach Warren army like he did last game. And that one attack for Mana almost completed there, about 70% done. So it's going to be completed here very shortly. Lots of sentries coming out for Mana, and he is still producing armies off of these warp gates here. 2 more are going to be completed here very shortly, so he's going to be able to produce even more. And oh, I didn't even notice this. 2 more gateways in the back, followed with a Twilight Console. So probably going to get some, maybe, I'm assuming not Dark Templars. I'm assuming he's going to go for that Blink technology, since he did like those Stalkers last game. Lots of sentries on the field here. Looks like we are going to see Mana push across the map to try to put some pressure on, or just maybe just force Darkforce to go for some troops instead of workers here. We are going to see the speed for the roaches being produced, and burrow almost completed here. So we'll have to wait and see what exactly happens if Mana decides to attack, or just basically make a Darkforce produce some roaches, and that's exactly what he's doing. 6 roaches on the way, 9 on the way now. Blink is being researched, about 50% done. Proxy pylon being actually produced as well in front of Darkforce's base. Lots of roaches being completed here. 13 on the way, 7 now on the way, and that attack 1 being researched as well. But we are going to see a push from Mana here. This can be very bad for Darkforce. So Darkforce doesn't really have much of an army there, but it's being actually by the second growing and growing. And where great force fields can actually really hurt this army quite a bit. But he does have burrows, so that's going to help out quite a bit as well. Here comes the engagement from Mana. Mana's going to throw some force fields down. Not too bad of force fields, but there is burrow on the field with no observer. So those roaches are going to burrow down with no problem at all and get fully regenerated once again. With 10 more roaches on the way, this army is getting huge by the second. Worker count 44 to 64. Darkforce at great position. Once again, we are going to see a lot of warp gate units come out from Mana, a lot more than last game, just because he has 2 bases. Here comes the engagement from Darkforce. So Darkforce is going to come up here. 3 force fields go down, not the best force fields at all. Burrow does go down once again, which is great for Darkforce, since there is no observer on the field at all right now. The robotics facility is on the way, but we are going to see him burrow once again, just because the Stalker and Sentry count is so high at this point, and more units being warped in as well with that 2 attack on there. That's a dangerous, dangerous move. Darkforce is going to come in here once again. Force fields go down. Great force fields go down this time, and a lot of roaches are going to be destroyed. And we are going to see Darkforce is trying to put some pressure on as much as he can, but Mana just producing tons of Stalkers here with that attack too. Looking great, looking very good for Mana. We're going to see these back rocks being destroyed. 10 more roaches on the way. That 1 attack almost completed for Darkforce. He really needs it at this point, since he is fighting attack 2 Stalkers here. Lots of roaches, and there goes the attack 2 finally completed. After that completion, the attack 1 is going to come in here, and Darkforce is going to come in here and do a lot of work to these Stalkers, but Stalkers are picking a lot of roaches off. Fancy blink work there going down for Mana as well, and he is going to back away once again as Darkforce. Darkforce just trying to do as much damage as he can to these Stalkers, but there's just so many of them there, and we are going to see Darkforce back away once again. And Mana is going to be the one that's going to come in here and do some aggression here. He does have that observer now, so it's just going to help out quite a bit. And here comes the attack once again, and we are going to see the burrow goes underneath, but we do have the actual observer up there, but there's a lot of damage being done to these Stalkers. Stalkers going down left and right. but the roaches are dying as well. Pretty good force fields there, but the force fields finally go down, and we are going to see more roaches and zerglings from the top and bottom come in here, and lots of stalkers are dying. Warp gates are bringing in more stalkers by the second, but there's just too much going on here for aTnDarkforce. aTnDarkforce is going to be able to push this back, and these stalkers are in danger of dying as well by these wonderful roaches here, and more roaches being produced from the back end of this as well, and stalkers are going to have to back away. Mana in a lot of trouble now. Not able to actually do this third expansion just because there's actually creep from this overlord spitting down, and this probe is not able to do much at all, and we're going to have Mana back away after these roaches did a lot of damage to the sentry count. The sentries are basically all destroyed. Immortal finally coming out to do a lot of damage will be done with this Immortal to these roaches here, but Hydralisks are already coming out, so he is already switching to the Hydralisk, which is a great move to do. And I don't know what Mana can do. Mana needs to do something here. He's in a lot of trouble here. We are going to see that plus a 2 attack almost completed there from aTnDarkforce, and army count is just going to be in the size. 99 to 49 is the worker count, or army count now, way in favor of aTnDarkforce. 50 to 63 is the worker count. I don't know, this might not be good. This attack is going to be convincing here very shortly. And there's an Immortal out, and a second Immortal being actually produced here, about 80% done. And here comes the engagement once again from aTnDarkforce. aTnDarkforce is going to be able to get into hopefully a pretty good position, and he is going to be able to come in here and do a lot of damage. The Hydralisk in the back doing a lot of damage to stalkers. So Immortal's trying to do as much damage as it can, but there's just so many Hydralisks and roaches here, and I think that's going to be GG unfortunately for Mana, and he's going to get 2 0'd from aTnDarkforce, and this army is trying to do as much damage as it can. More units being warped in from the back end, but these roaches and Hydralisks are slowly pushing into this army, and I think that's going to be it. We are going to see Mana just trying to put up as big of a fight as he can. There's the GG though, and we are going to see aTnDarkforce winning this 2-0 against Mana. So definitely some interesting matches there. aTnDarkforce showing us how to play Zerg and doing a great job at it. I hope you enjoyed those replays. I hope you keep on watching. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later, or you can hear me talk, I guess. Alright, bye.